logic and reason versus intuition and feeling. Now, before I even begin, I want to say that there is nothing wrong with intuition and feeling. For a lot of people, it works. I believe there has to be a solid foundation in order for intuition and feeling to work. Because once the trust is broken or it's not there, I believe that's when it fails. And I used to be an intuitive and feeling emotional type of person. Once you present trickery and traps, then, there's a lot of foolery that goes on. And in our history of cartoons, when you watch older cartoons, there are a lot of life lessons, more of the hard knocks, but you'll see that trickery there. That's when I believe intuition fails. That's why a certain amount of years ago, I had to switch to logic and reasoning and make sure that it makes sense. Everything has to add up. It's almost mathematical. So let's apply this to a social setting. For example, interacting with one another. Well, in a majority setting compared to a one-on-one setting is the point I want to get to. See, in a one-on-one setting, that'd be more like a friendship, and a group setting would be a public environment, such as maybe a club, bar, park, concert, or any of those sorts of things. So in a one-on-one setting with a friend, let's say you know your friend very well, you become intuitive and you can feel what it is they might do because you know based on previous experiences. But let's say that trust is broken or something about them changes, maybe your intuition will fail. So I think that's a solid example. Now on the logic and reasoning side, you would have to consider what exactly happened. What typically happens is something out of the ordinary. So in a majority, especially in a group setting, let's say the majority doesn't like a person. Well, if you are an intuitive feeling type of person, when someone comes along that makes you feel like it's cool, but overall the majority doesn't seem to care, I believe that's when you will fail most, because what are the chances that they're actually separate from everyone else, considering that they say it's a small world? So in that circumstance, I do use logic and reasoning, because if I know overall the majority of people don't like me, and I know there are such things as trickery and traps, for someone to come along and seem as if they get along with me just doesn't add up to what typically happens or what the majority is about. Maybe your experiences are different, but that's my spiel on logic and reasoning versus intuition and logic. Overall, it has to add up. That's why most of the time I don't believe it.